When you think of the Mount Rushmore of action roguelites, what are the games that come to mind? Maybe The Binding of Isaac for its Legend of Zelda gameplay with endless item synergies, Hades for its hack and slash combat with excellent lore building, or even Dead Cells for its tight gameplay and Metroidvania structure. I've not had an action roguelite that made me feel the way those three felt, until now. Now, I'm not saying Starfire Eternal Cycle deserves a legendary status yet. I mean, the games I mentioned took years and years of development and refining to get to that status. But from what I played from their last playtest and seeing them actively respond to things that the community mentioned, and even ones that they didn't, I can see the building blocks for an amazing game. Okay, enough of me yapping and let's get into it. What is Starfire Eternal Cycle and why does it deserve your time? The easiest way to explain it is it's a beat 'em up roguelite, but the way the developers, Ethereal Fish Studio, execute those two things is what makes it special. On the beat 'em up side, they describe it as a love letter to classic arcade side-scrollers, with a modern action polish, and they nailed it. The smooth movement, combat that feels punchy and controls well, and enemies that feel challenging but fair. And when it comes to the roguelite side, don't get me started. In terms of replayability, each stage and enemy lineup in it is randomized, so no two runs feel the same. Add multiple weapons to unlock, 8 elemental types for you to mix and match, and gear to collect per run. The synergies you'll be making will keep you coming back for one more run. Alright, it's time for what Starfire kicked out of the park and what can improve. Starfire really kicks two things out of the park: the combat and the incredible builds you can create. The developers give you a level of control that I've only seen in the top tier roguelites. This starts with insectoid cores, randomized items you pick up with different stab boosts and elements. If you're lucky enough to find a legendary one, you get a unique effect to build your whole run around. But it doesn't stop there. They take it a step further with affinities, where a set of those cores with the same elemental affinity trigger an extra effect, mixing and matching them to create a truly unique build that works for your playstyle and the weapon you chose. Adding on to that are the items you pick up and buy from the shop that boost you even further with effects that go beyond just a boost to a stat, but steer far from outrageous requirements that make them trigger once in a blue moon. So, what makes the combat so great? In my opinion, great beat 'em ups and action roguelites have the same core requirements, and this game nails them both. Each weapon has its own light and heavy attack, and you build up a rage meter to unleash powerful abilities. You can stun and juggle enemies, swiftly moving from one end of a stage to the other to clear hordes. And when you get hit, it's always your fault. Even the boss's attacks are fully telegraphed, so you can learn their patterns, dodge, or even perfect dodge to slow time, and get better with every run. The combat just keeps you wanting more. Now, there's a lot that Starfire gets right, but there's one area that could be improved. As I only played 3 hours during the playtest, the only thing that I didn't care much for is how the story is presented. You pick up logbooks after completing a stage that were essentially a paragraph of text for lore building. I would have rather had a cutscene, or even conversations with characters to build up on the world Starfire puts you in and who your character is. It's not a deal breaker for me, but I did feel the story presentation was a missed opportunity. While it doesn't affect the gameplay, it's something that would have built intrigue and made me invest more into the world Starfire puts you in. At the end of the day, Starfire Eternal Cycle is a game with incredible potential. While the story presentation is a bit weak, the core combat and build systems are top tier. My final verdict is that this game is a refreshing take on the roguelite genre, and if you're a fan of beat 'em ups or roguelites, you need to keep this game on your radar. And guess what? If you liked what you saw, you can play the demo yourself on Steam right now. The link is in the description below. If you want to see more content on weird, overlooked, and underrated indie games, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more. Have a good day and stay weird.